Hello ladies and gentlemen watching on YouTube, and welcome to race 34 of Season 9 of the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. I am Levi McIntyre, the voice of the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Aussie Challenge here at Pukekohe Park Raceway, as we are getting set for 14 laps of racing at a brand new road course to the schedule this season. First time ever giving this track a shot. We shall see how it goes here today. Starting lineup for the race, starting in the last row, Seth Cole and Alexander Rowe. Top 10, Matt McIntyre scores his first pole of the season with Jordan Forbes next to him. Row 2, Scott Groverston, Daniel Voiles. Row 3, Alyssa Drayson, Henry Sanford. Row 4, Carson Gum, Rafael Leduc. And Row 5, Caleb Kilburn, Joey Parkhill. Let's get the Command 2 fire engines for the Aussie Challenge at Pukekohe.
Drivers, start your engines!
All 40 drivers rolling on the track to get ready to take the green flag. 14 laps at an unknown road course, so we're going to be curious to see how this race is going to go. Could this be a road course that will be on the schedule going forward, or is this going to be a one-off event? We are about to find out, as we should be getting ready to go to racing here at any moment, as we're coming through the S's. Looks like the final set of S's that this track has. Pace car into pit road, so ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. We are getting ready to go racing at any moment. Cars coming out of the final corners, and it's time to boogity 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 go racing. Well, Matt McIntyre led the first lap, but already a caution has come out, and it looks like a couple of cars getting into it, Jay Jefferson and Seth Cole being two of them, although I think it was just between those two, so a minor caution here at Pukekohe. We're going to quickly take a look and see what brought out the caution for the first time today here at Pukekohe. Well, here's what happened. So a lot of drivers in the back of the field are watching a log jam happen in front of them, entering this very tight corner, and cars kind of making contact into one another. And right there, contact with Jay Jefferson and Jessica Sheldon ends up turning the 01 and the 02 sideways. And the 25 of Seth Cole, having nowhere to go, makes minor contact into the 01. Although I'm kind of shocked that NNSCRA officials decided to bring the caution out for that. But regardless, let's take you to the restart here at Pukekohe. Well, no cars out of the race after that caution, so we're getting ready to get back to racing with 11 laps to go. Top 10, it's McIntyre, Forbes, Groverston, Drayson, Voiles, Sanford, Leduc, Gum, Kilburn, and Parkhill, as we're getting ready to come through the front straightaway to take the green flag once again. And we are now back underway at Pukekohe. So far, Matt McIntyre has led all the laps so far, all 3 laps so far here at Pukekohe. Can he try and hold them off and get win number 1 of the season and keep his championship hopes alive? Because remember, after today's race, we only have 2 races left, and they're both at completely different tracks. North Wilkesboro being the next race on Wednesday, and then Kansas the finale. But not only has this been a good, so far, a good points run for Matt McIntyre, who has now got a little bit tight into that corner, and now Jordan Forbes going to take advantage and try and get the lead for himself, but McIntyre actually recovered very well and manages to hold off Forbes for the moment. But I was going to say, other championship contenders are actually having strong runs going here in the early stages of the race. Scott Groverston, Alyssa Drayson, Daniel Voiles, Carson Gum, Rafael Leduc, and even Caleb Kilburn, all having strong runs to kick off the events here at Pukekohe. Meanwhile, back up at the front, whoa, little overdrive in the corner there, right on top of the rumble strips was Scott Groverston, who has been searching for win number 3 this season. And if he can drive his car right and make the right moves and time them right, he could make it happen. He's not too far behind not only Matt McIntyre, but his teammate Jordan Forbes. Forbes looked like he was maybe wanting to go to the inside into that very tight corner, like we saw on the lap previously. But this time, not really much luck in that corner. Jordan Forbes trying to run a lower lane than the 14 in hopes that he can try and make a pass. But Matt McIntyre just up there in that clean air, managing to hold everybody off. Although Caleb Kilburn, according to the fastest lap ticker, has the fastest lap at a 56.390. And how about this? The top 5 are pretty much right there together. McIntyre, Forbes, Groverston, Drayson, and Henry Sanford. But Matt McIntyre, not only is he trying to stay in the championship hunt, but get his first win of the season. And he is a former Marvel Studios Cup Series champion, and he's one of the only drivers up here in this points battle, I should say, that's trying to go for a second championship. And right now having a run that he needs to stay alive in all this chaos. And wow, that was a blistering fast lap time, 56.094. Although Stephen Kalan just beat it by a little over 0.03 of a second. But definitely the fastest of the front runners right now. Jordan Forbes still keeping pace, but just not really able to capitalize on his momentum. As Scott Groverston, he might be waiting for the right moment to go for it. And then also you got to wonder, would they have to pit before the end of the race? That I'm going to be very, very curious about. But Groverston kind of feeling the pressure from Alyssa Drayson, who actually surpassed Groverston in the point standings after Texas this past Monday. Or actually this past Friday, I should say. But Matt McIntyre looks like he's just gradually pulling away from Jordan Forbes, little by little. And there's Alexander Rowe, who I believe came to pit road, that or he overdrove the corner. Actually, there's a couple of cars with no hoods. A lot of drivers with no hood, although, yes, they are actually on pit road now. Ooh, Aaron Macklin with some big-time damage to the front end. Might have been a stack-up. That might have been a result of the stack-up problems from that first caution that happened. That or there was another stack-up that happened, and it caused a lot of cars to have to go into pit road. And Matt McIntyre's actually hit the rear end of Alexander Rowe, and now he's got a buckle on his hood, but luckily, road courses aren't always about aerodynamics. It's all about driving and precision. Although none of the front runners decided to come into pit road this time, although Matt McIntyre needs to find a way around the tail end car of Alexander Rowe and then try and hold off everybody behind him. Jordan Forbes still in the hunt, same with Scott Groverston, who both of these guys are in fact teammates out of Shadow Call Racing. But yeah, you do gotta wonder if that slight buckle on the front end of McIntyre's car is going to contribute to his car starting to slow down a little bit. But so far it doesn't really seem to be affecting that much at all. McIntyre's having a tough time trying to get around that 66 car. And if the 66 keeps on keeping on, it could help for the other drivers behind them to try and enter into a battle for the lead. Although I'm looking around to see if anybody's going to come into pit road this time, and it looks like nobody's coming in right now. Although now Aaron Macklin's ahead of Alexander Rowe, and Aaron Macklin's actually still on the lead lap somehow. Same with Alexander Rowe, even though look at the front end damage to the 6 car, crushed up front end. I got a feeling, like I said, that we saw that stack up happen during that first caution, and it caused a lot of cars to get some damage. That, or there was another stack up, but this time nobody spun out. But Matt McIntyre actually somehow pulling away despite the damage and being held up by the 66. I am absolutely stunned by that. And I saw one car pull into pit road, and it's William Brock. I don't know if it's for gas or if he's coming in to repair the hood damage that he has. But regardless, that's going to be huge. But the laps are winding down here at Pukekohe. Less than 4 laps to go. Next time by, it'll be 3 to go, and you, like I said, you gotta wonder, do these drivers have enough gas to make it to the end? And I think Aaron Macklin came into pit road as well, and yeah, William Brock had to come in to get the hood off of that car. As a lot of drivers are running on the racetrack with no hood. Which has still got me feeling a little bit perplexed. Nobody coming in the pit road yet. Oh man, if they are going to try and stretch it out to the end, it's going to be a close call. 3 laps to go here at Pukekohe. 1.1 seconds separates the top 2 as McIntyre has led every lap so far, so he's clinched the most laps led bonus points. But can he hold everybody off and get the win, though? That's the question. And does he have enough gas to make it to the end as well? Because that is an important thing we need to keep note of. Does everybody have enough fuel? I saw... Oh, it's Aaron Macklin back in the pit road again. I guess maybe this time they're going to get the hood off of the car. Trying to find him. There he is. No, he's still just coming back out on the track, although I am really confused as to why that is. Still not coming into pit road, and I don't see anybody up front coming in, so it looks like they're going to try and stick it out the rest of the way. Less than 2 laps to go. Scott Groverston actually now has finally taken 2nd place away from Jordan Forbes. But does he have enough time to run down the 14? He is trying. As Scott Groverston fell to 3rd in points after Texas back on Friday, he's looking to rebound and try and get back into the top 2 in the standings. 23 points he came into this race behind the 12 of Fitzwater. Does he have anything left to try and get to the 14? Oh, he's really working into that corner. Gonna go to helicopter view for a moment to see the difference, and Groverston did close in a little bit on the 14. And oh, he is really going for it right there to the inside. He is giving it all he's got as the white flag is out here at Pukekohe. Looks like they're going to try and make it to the end. And wow, what a major deficit in terms of the margin between the top 2. Less than about a 1/10 separates the top 2. Does Groverston have a move in place to get around the 14, or is he just not one to do it? Groverston's going to have a couple of opportunities here in some tight corners. If he can take advantage, he might be able to make it work. He's trying to peak low. Can he get to the inside entering this very tight corner? He does, but can he capitalize? No, McIntyre held him off, but he's going to have one more shot going through the S's. And McIntyre hit the rumble strip. Oh, could that be the difference, or is it just too little too late? It was too little too late. Checkered flag waving. Matt McIntyre gets win number 1 of the season, wins the Aussie Challenge at Pukekohe. What a last lap battle we had between two of the top 5 in the point standings and two of the championship contenders. But McIntyre just flat out dominated this race and gets his first win of the season. But let's look at the rest of the results. Scott Groverston really tried to push it at the end, and man, I feel like if he had just gotten back into the gas a little bit quicker off of the tight corner, he might have had a chance at it. But still, first top 5 finish he's had in quite a while, finishing with a strong second place run. Jordan Forbes, same thing, first top 5 in quite a while, finishing in 3rd. Alyssa Drayson continuing momentum for herself, finishing in 4th. And Rafael Leduc with a great run in 5th. Henry Sanford with another top 10 in the 6th spot. Daniel Voiles continuing momentum for himself, finishing 7th. Stephen Collon, just his 2nd career top 10 finish in 8th. Carson Gum with a great run in 9th. And Caleb Kilburn rounding out the top 10. Then there is your top 20, top 30. Bottom 5 for this week was Ashlyn Boyd, Jay Jefferson, Quentin Moore, Alexander Rowe, and Aaron Macklin. So that does it for our coverage here in the land down under here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. 2 races left this season. Up next, it is North Wilkesboro. But until then, here is McIntyre's Victory Burnout and the point standings heading into North Wilkesboro. And this is Levi McIntyre signing off.